Probably getting sick of seeing me, let alone listening to me. But anyhow, I do 3 or 4 or 5 videos, whatever I can. I just do them in a row. I get the computer fired up, and I get fired up. But I want to get back on here, and everybody's heard this before. Maybe you haven't, but you should have if you haven't. The wages of sin is death. And this goes to everyone. Everyone. Especially the young, if you can if you're mindful of your thoughts and your actions and things like that. So when something you're thinking something, you're like, no, that's wrong. That's sin. And that's what kills me. That's what sends me to the pit of hell. And the devil loves that. You turn your computer on, and I put as many stupid uh, bot things. What do they call those things? Spyware. It's not. I don't know. To do away with all the stuff that pops up on your computer. Because next thing you know, you got all this porn crap popping up on the computer. Find some woman 2 miles from you. Blah blah blah, and all this and that stuff. And it's like you're bombarded with this stuff. Bombarded with it. And that's why I keep saying too. Women and these girls and stuff started putting some damn clothes on. You got young men out there, older men, just men in general, looking at you, gawking at you, and you might like it. I don't know. And if you do, you need to do some soul searching. Devil's got you running rampant in your life. You want to be wholesome and pure in heart as you could be. What I'm getting at is, if you realize you're sinning, you can fix it. You can do something about it. You can ask God to come in and help you. You can go, that's not right. I shouldn't be thinking this way. I shouldn't be looking at this. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing that. And if you do the things that are right, and you try to do the things that are right, there's no reason to lie. If you don't take things that aren't yours and steal things, there's no reason to lie. And what's the Satan system, B system say? Well, if you got nothing to hide, well, why do you care if we spy on you? Because you don't have the right to. Minority Report. I don't know if you watched that movie or not, with Tom Cruise in it. I don't know. I just popped into my head. I haven't seen that in, I don't know, decade or better. When it first came out, I think I saw it, but I didn't go to the movie theater. Probably saw it on, I don't know, Netflix, something like, maybe, I don't know. I can't remember. I just remember the movie. But all I'm getting at is, when you're aware that you're sinning, you could do something about that. You could try to train yourself, train your mind, your soul, to not Devil's going to be right there. He's going to push and push and push and push and say, do it, do it, do it, do it. Live in the flesh. Live in the flesh. That's what he's going to do. He wants you to die. He wants your soul to die. He wants you to go down in the pit with him so he can torture you for eternity. They'll beg for water, a drop on their tongue, and there'll be none. That's why it's called hell, people. This is for eternity. I mean, it's the opposite of paradise. And that's the only reason I got on here. I wanted to get back on here. There's people that just lose sight and lose focus of things. I consider myself blessed because I live out in the country. I don't see a lot of this. But it bombards you. I don't watch television. I don't have cable, none of that stuff. Because I don't really care what's going on in the world. Don't care. What I care about is my relationship with God. That's what we should care about. Pleasing and trying to please God. We don't always succeed. That's why you ask for forgiveness. But it's not a game. Oh, I'll sin this day, and wait a couple, I'll sin again, and said, no, you have to repent of your sins. You try to not do that. And Satan's going to throw something in front of you, and he's going to say, I want to get you. You're going to sin again. You're going to do it. I want to throw some drugs in front of you. I'm going to throw some booze in front of you. I'm going to have you, just be a glutton. There are some people that have medical conditions. I often wonder, too. I believe there's a lot of people that have a demon spirit in them. I believe in that. And you can tell. They're not happy people. And a lot of times they're right there. By God, hey, let's go do this. Let's do that. Let's hook up with them. Let's blah, 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 blah. Here, try this. Get the hell away from me, Satan. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. What would happen if you said that? What would happen if a cop come up to your car and he's all with you and stuff? You look at him and say, I rebuke you, Satan. Who knows what'll happen? Maybe he'll have a paddy wagon there, or the loony bin show up and put you in a straitjacket. I don't know. I wouldn't suggest doing it and to find out. But, you get my drift. What would happen? I've often wondered that. Because there's some people that are sick. Well, Jesus walked up and said, rise. And then in the Bible it says, what? Tell them their sins are forgiven? Or tell them to rise? Because they had a demon. Their sins made them sick. They allowed Satan into their soul, into their life. Rebuke him. And he may have to rebuke him 1,000 times a day, maybe 2,000. He's constantly. You got to put the suit of armor, God's armor on. There's angels. And those angels are doing battle. Put the whole suit of God's armor on. Ask Him for your help, for His help, to help you. Keep you from sin. Keep that demon at bay. There's a lot of things that happen in life that we don't understand. You ever think it might be a demon? Everybody's got those friends that are a little on the wild side. They're toxic. They're causing you to sin. When they can't cause you to sin, they'll go find somebody else. They weren't your friend to begin with. Oh, it's fun and exciting. Burning in hell, is that fun and exciting? Just be mindful of what you say, what you do, what you think, what you see, what you put into your brain, what you put into your body. Be mindful of it. It helps you in the future, because as you recognize what you're doing and become conscious of what you're doing, it helps. After a while, it could just be second nature to you. It's like you don't even notice it after a while, because it's like you've been doing this and training yourself long enough and telling Satan to take a flying F, that guess what? It's just like, okay, you go through life, and after a while, Satan just leave you alone, because it's like, man, this is a tough nut. And don't lead other people into temptation. That's why I keep saying, guys are no different, but these women are running around. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Obviously, they got something wrong in their life. They're easily corruptible. They don't have a constitution in them. They don't have a ability in it. They just oh, it's fun. Everything's fun. Everything's a party. Would you rather have a party in paradise or in hell, where it's so hot and you're tortured, tormented every second of every day for the rest of eternity? Which would you rather have? So we're not going to carry this on real long, because hopefully people have watched this, get the drift, don't have to carry it on. You understand? Just be mindful. Mindful of the sin. Don't go flying off the handle at people. Don't bear false witness. Shouldn't talk behind people's backs and things like that. I mean, just read the commandments. No reason to be uppity and like I'm above you and all that stuff. No. You can say what you're going to say and be done with it. Be done with them. If they're toxic, move on. That's what I was saying in one of the other videos that I don't know, maybe I haven't released it yet. Maybe it's a spoiler alert. I don't know. I don't care either. But young men and women, even older people, they get divorced left and right because they're messing around with this or messing around with that, or they see some guy sees some woman, it's like wow, and it's like, hey, go put some damn clothes on. Grass is not usually greener on the other side. It just looks that way. There's still bare spots and weeds and insects and everything else over there too. Might be a cow patty or two you step in also. And another word for cow patties. And I'm not talking about manure. So, and you might step in it. So anyhow, you just gotta you lead each other into temptation and stuff, and it's a cycle. You gotta break that cycle. Break it for your children. Break it for yourself. Do it for God. Honor Him. It's easier to get this stuff under control when you're younger than when you're older, and then all of a sudden you're just out of control. It's a long ways home. What's always interesting to me is people that don't do drugs. All of a sudden, one day, somebody's pushing it. Oh, man, try this. Oh, man, you gotta have this. Gotta have. They try it. Now, bam, they're hooked. One time, they're hooked. Now, they gotta have it all the time, and it gets worse and worse and worse, and they can't function without it now. They wish they could have went back to that one day and said no. They wish they would have taken that toxic person and threw them out of their life. And if you're a older brother or sister or something like that, and you're pushing that stuff for a younger one, or so, oh, you're trying this, that's cool. Hey, you're toxic. I'd hate to tell you what I'd do to you, but you don't do that. You watch out for your younger brothers and sisters. You're a family. You should watch out for each other. But Satan doesn't want that. He wants the family to fight. It says in the Bible, mother be against mother, father against father. Everybody will be against everybody in the latter days. It won't matter. Everybody will be it'll be terrible. And a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about now, because some of you are going through it right now with your family. And like I said, you can pray for them and do so. Pray for them. He's being awful good right now. He's not trying to climb up on my lap. He thinks he's a lap dog. He's a little bit big for that. My other dog, he'd be up on my shoulders right now, knocking my hat off, licking my head. I mean, he's a good dog, but he's too big. He's just too big. And he couldn't hear me because they'd be out there barking and wrestling around with each other out there. You couldn't hear. But to get back on track, you need to stick together. You need people that are like-minded. And if you don't know anybody, you're running in the wrong crowds. It's always good to have some downtime to reflect on your life, to reflect on the things you're doing. When you're young, you don't even. Some people know what they're doing and have a plan, and this and they have a plan. They might get out of college and go, "Man, I'm so far in debt. I can't afford a car, can't afford a house, can't afford a family, can't afford nothing." Why? Well, and then they get this degree, and they don't even go into that field. They can't find a job in that field. Satan got you hooked. Not everybody needs college education. But they'll tell you do. Why? So they can make money off you. They get you trapped. They get you into that corner. They get your back up against that wall. That's how evil your government is. Where do you go? Oh, you go to the government, get a government grant, get government loans, get all this stuff, student loans, blah 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 blah. Ah, oh, man, everybody needs an education. Depends what the hell you're doing. Anyhow, I'm pretty much done. So I'll be releasing videos. Sometimes I'm getting to the point to where sometimes it's like I'll like release one in the morning and one at night. It's just like I just have this urge to do it. It's like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's God saying do this, do that. I don't know, but I just feel like I have to do it. I don't have a clue. Yeah, the wind's whipping around pretty good out there. Yep, still snowing. So, folks, take care. Don't worry about what you're buying people for Christmas. Don't get yourself in a bunch of debt. Don't. Live your life according to God's will, according to His commandments, and everything falls into place.